Hello and welcome to this series of drawing tutorials for your product design exam. You could be asked to convert from one drawing to another technique, and it might give you an object like this phone stand, which is in the isometric technique. By the way, these sides would be 30 degrees, and if you've got a triangle like this in the exam, that angle should be 30 degrees, so that could help you draw it. One of the techniques you could be asked to do is 1 point perspective. Now that's a little bit like the oblique drawing, which is like this. I don't know if you remember, but oblique is like a front on square or rectangle, and then 45 degrees, same length, so end up something like that. 1 point perspective is similar, and it kind of shrinks towards a vanishing point, so it gives you a sense of perspective. It's still a little bit unnatural looking, but it's a valid drawing technique. So if I were doing this object, and I've got it for real here, to give you a sense of what that would look like if it was shrinking to the distance. We're going to start with a crating box again. So this is the 1 point perspective. Now if we're doing this, it starts with a square or rectangle. I'm just going to start with 5 centimeters down, 6 centimeters across. This is how the oblique starts. 60 millimeters, that. And once you've got the front view, you're going to have a vanishing point. Now it's better the further off you go to the side and above the object, the better. It tends to look more natural the further away your vanishing point is. And just put a little X. And then with your ruler, from the 3 nearest corners, you're going to faintly draw to that vanishing point. Now these are guidelines, so they can be quite faint. You can erase them afterwards. Try and get them right to the vanishing point, all of them, so they dissect there. Now, next step, you choose to do the side or the top. I like starting with the side. And if that was vertical, a common mistake is to slant it. Keep it vertical. Choose the distance back you intend to go. I think it was 5 centimeters back. Let's try that. And then straight up, vertically up. So those two are actually parallel, yeah? And then from this point, you're on the middle guideline here, horizontally across, whatever that is. So again, this line is parallel with that one. So again, some people slant it for some reason. Now that is your crating box, that's what you're drawing within. Now if we look at the object again, I need a line there, a line here, so this one, to give me some reference points. So I'm going to start here, 1.5 centimeters, 15 millimeters up to that point, and it'd be the same on this side. So the front face doesn't shrink, it's just the sides that appear to shrink, and then I'm going to go across. Right, so that face is that face, that one is that one. And then I'm going to do this back part, and now I've got this line to draw. The slanted side is the difficult bit, so let's go for this next. I'm going to go 1 centimeter, something like 10 millimeters there, and it's going to be the same here. I think the easiest way to know is if you go horizontally across. It doesn't do right, does it? Anyway, trust me on this. It's because it's not quite horizontal. Horizontally across. And where that intersects the guideline, you can connect that, and you can start pressing heavily on the lines you know you need to have. Right, I know I need the base as well. Nothing's going to change to that. And then it's a matter of connecting these diagonal lines to the reference points you've given. There. And there. Okay, it's starting to look like it's the object, but it's shrinking away into the distance. I probably drew that too far back, because that's why it looks a bit odd. Now, I'm going to go from a point 1 centimeter in from this side, and there, and then draw a faint guideline. It's going to be parallel with this. It's about 1 centimeter there. Up there, this is faint because this is why transparent rulers are good, because I can still see my line underneath. I'm going to go about 1 centimetre further up here. And then I can start pressing more heavily on what I want to show. Don't forget, there'd be an internal line here that I could also see. So that would go straight down. Right, that is the 1-point perspective technique for drawing an object. Give that a go. Don't forget the guidelines. These are meant to be faint because they're meant to be rubbed out. It's a good idea to just about leave them so that you can see them, so that the examiner knows the technique you've actually used. Okay, but it starts, as I said, with a square or rectangle, go into a vanishing point, 3 guidelines, and then up here, across here, that gives you a box that appears to shrink. That is your creating box, which you draw within. So you can give that a go.